go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We have quite some exciting stuff to talk about. As always, we have exciting stuff to talk about every week. But what is up, JC? Ice, what's going on?
Nothing. Can I just be flat out honest? I'm really friggin' tired. Like, not like, oh man, I'm sleepy. Like, I'm tired of this crypto market.
Whiskey will do
Right?
it.
Ouch. Yeah, no, we are ready. Yeah, dude, it has just been painfully boring lately, to be honest. Like, thank God we have GameFi to get us through because I don't even know what I would be doing right now, to be honest. Like, it's
I would,
you know,
yeah.
that's like the biggest thing for me is like, it's kind of like a big you already know this, JC, but it's just, it's a big reason that we decided to focus more on GameFi than anything else in crypto right now. And I think that's why a lot of big projects are choosing to focus on GameFi. Um, because, unfortunately, there's not like a ton else to do right now. The markets are boring, things are going down. As we speak right now, like I am playing with my NFTs. I am just, trying to trying to stay alive, trying to grind as much as I can on Illuvium and like these other games that we've been playing just so I
When
can
did you
learn.
get 3 Kodamaras?
I know. So I
Oh,
actually so this is my boy. This is my OG Kodamara that I bought. Um and he has been doing me very well. This guy, I actually played the last leaderboard. So the last season, I was able to get a catalyst from one of these reward chests, and the catalyst let me evolve him. There's different rewards now, but they were catalysts. So I was able to get this guy evolved, who is probably like my second favorite. He has got some pretty good stats, and he's definitely been doing me well. And then this guy I got from the leaderboard. So right here they have some leaderboard rewards. We've been still grinding on our lands and stuff. We've definitely the AO land is we're 227 right now, so we're gonna get some more stuff from there.
click
But
those swords, guys.
I've been grinding on my tier three, and it's been nice, dude. Honestly, it's the only thing that has kept me going during the bear market. The bear market, and basically now, which to me feels like a bear market. So it's just,
Yeah,
you know,
it's not a bear market, but people like we're all so bored and nothing's happening that people are freaking out over like 3% drops. It's like, good lord, guys, the last bull run when it went from all the way, 8,000 or 6,000 all the way up to 69, 70,000. Like there was 30% drops on the way up, and we're freaking out about 3 or 4%. It's like, oh, we are so bored. We are so desperate for any kind of thing to talk about. So yeah, I agree. I am glad we have games to play. I tell
Click
you,
those swords, people.
yep, click your
of
swords.
course.
I
We only
am
got 4 people in right now.
well, I mean that gives you a good chance to win.
There you
Maybe we're
go.
winning tonight.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just I'm even though I had to do it twice, I like the new big time tutorial.
I was actually going to talk about big time a little bit because I was watching Crypto Stash's stream earlier, and you guys know we've been on a couple secret missions with Stash himself, and it's awesome and refreshing to see a lot of people coming back to the game. And his stream was really good. Shout out to Stash if you hear this on playback. It was cool seeing the new city, like all of the people running around and the matchmaking system. It's a
Yes,
huge
matchmaking.
thing.
Let's go. Hi, Scorch.
Yeah, Scorchman.
You're on the stage.
Good evening.
There he
Good
is.
evening.
To the sexiest mustache in all of crypto.
Woo!
At least on par with Crypto Stash.
I have to tell you that the big time tutorial did kind of upset me because they made me do it the second time after I
Yeah.
just completed it the first time.
Yeah, same. I finished it, and they had to reset the new. See, look at that. God looked at JC3 and realized what an ugly creation he had made. Ouch. But yeah, they big time dropped the new. They wiped everybody and they made everybody restart. Zaya, Zaya. Okay. What are we
Rats.
giving away? $5 cryptos, or are we doing something else?
Yeah, so we'll do the choice. We'll definitely do the cryptos for now, guys. We as we move forward on a lot of these games that we're going to talk about here soon, we're going to be doing some interesting prizes, especially the next alpha hour that we have. Unfortunately, we were going to have Wildcard come join us, but they actually want to wait a little bit until their update is rolled out. So they're probably going to be rescheduling for next month, but we are going to have a fun event for you guys the next alpha hour. So
Yeah, we did
'cause
have to
there is
push
a
that.
lot.
And by the way, we're not doing a game night next Wednesday, right? It's July
No,
3rd.
so there will be no game night next Wednesday. You guys go hang out with the fam, go do something for 4th of July. I know it's
Do not
devastating.
blow your fingers off.
That too, yeah. But yeah, guys, I mean, we know things have been really boring lately, especially, just the whole crypto landscape in general, but we do have some really exciting stuff on the horizon. We'll get the elephant in the room out of here in a second here. We are working on getting the website ready for us to kind of tie it to the Mint page. So we are working, bear with us, guys. It is not something we can do in a day. It's not something that is going to be done next week. Like, it's something that we're, really working with the devs, trying to get everything, update the website. We got maybe a new logo. Ooh, some exciting stuff. Like
Yep.
we definitely are rolling this out as soon as possible, and we are. The reason you guys haven't seen us very much in the Discord lately is exactly why.
Yeah.
So
I've got a call Friday with our attorneys who helped us set up our corporation. We are still working on getting a bank account tied in, and I don't know. It may make more sense to go down and open a physical bank account in British Virgin Islands, just because it's the corporation is outside the U.S., and therefore, if the bank account is also outside the U.S., we get a little bit of personal asset protection there. So if somebody has a bone to pick with us, then they have to go through British Virgin Islands, yeah. Well, that's all we're gonna say about that. And none of that information will be released because it's not in the U.S. So
It's all your fault, Starship Crash.
you know what? I wasn't even gonna humor it, but I do want to give a quick update on kind of what happened with Starship. Because I know you guys are probably like some of you guys that know, for those of you who don't, maybe have no idea what we're talking about. But I will say as much as I feel like we should say, because to be honest, it's a big nothing to us. I mean, Starship's been a dead project for like a year and a half now in our eyes.
I appreciate it, but I'm going to delete that just because we've so moved past all this. We don't want any extra drama. But yeah, go ahead, Ripper.
So long story short, it looks like Matt is back at Starship. He was kind of out of nowhere, and he apparently, in my opinion, probably got super drunk and decided to come on Twitter and just start tagging all of the station owners. I'm talking like us, BitBoy, Pluto Alliance, Cyber Yacht Club, a couple other projects he was starting. Stash. He really was, basically just
starting
raging on Twitter like a little child. Is I guess the best that I will say, and basically blaming the communities that supported him in the beginning of his project, and basically kind of shifted blame to us and some other station leaders. Even though I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with why Starship died as a project, it definitely had nothing to do with Alpha Origins, and I'm super flattered he would even suggest that we could kill a project like that. I mean, really just shows the power of AO, I guess. Yeah, Ice, we can do a rumble if you want. So anyway, it looks like Matt's back, and he's trying to, and I don't know. We really don't know what he's doing. He's trying to, I guess, revive the project. Starship is something we have no longer have an interest in. He mentioned things like, Alpha Origins, didn't pay for the stations or whatever. Just to kind of clarify a lot of what that was about, I guess. The stations were never actually sent to us in a wallet, the way that an NFT would be, which, immediately should have been kind of a red flag. But essentially, we had access to the Kyanite that was being generated by the stations. We didn't have access to the actual station itself. Towards the end of the project, we had tried to get the station because we, to be totally honest, wanted to sell it. That opportunity was not given to us. Again, they were never, I don't see any reason why we couldn't share the wallets to show that we never actually owned them. Matt, long story short, Matt was never paid for the stations because he didn't give them back to us. So we had paid a certain amount for them. The rest was supposed to come from the Kyanite that was generated from the station. As a lot of you guys know, that was kind of the deal that was given to a lot of station owners. And that never came to fruition, obviously, because the stations were never, the stations were never generating any kind of substantial amount of revenue anyway. So, just wanted to really put that to bed, guys. Flops, absolutely, 100%. That's, you guys know what happened with the liquidity pool situation. What I see is somebody who's desperate, who needs money, and who is trying to, bully the community that supported him. So,
would you say you're against me starting up a funding pool to help bring Starship back? Would you be against that?
oh no,
we don't tell other people what to do with their money. You do whatever you want. Just don't bring it in here.
Can I?
and that's the thing, guys. Like, what we're about. Like, we really try not to take any stances on things. Like, we're all for bitching. Like, we made this community so we could have a safe place to come, talk about things and stuff. So, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure that anybody who knows Matt knows that this is some kind of crazy scheme that he has to try to maybe get some funds from some people who he feels owes them. So again, Starship is something we are not participating in. It's in my opinion, a completely failed project and something that we tried to withdraw from. And again, I don't have any regrets because some of the biggest names in crypto were in crypto gaming at the time were involved with them as well. So
it was a shame. We in fact, Starship was the Starship stations and their NFTs were actually the thing that drew the Alpha Origins team together. Like, we all pooled our money to buy stations because we thought this thing has a neat idea. And I drank too much, fell off a cliff. Okay, fell off ship.
Off the ship.
Cheers.
Off the Starship.
Well, and that's why the rum is gone. But yeah, like we thought this had huge potential. We saw big names in there. Serena, congratulations. We saw big names. We thought there's an opportunity here, and that's actually the first dime that all of us as Alpha Origins, the team, put in was to buy space stations. So yeah, it was sad. I think at the beginning it had lots of potential. And ultimately, I feel a little bad for Matt and the team just because, number one, Matt got screwed at the beginning twice, and that was legitimately screwed. Not his fault. He got burned by some partners and still tried to make this thing work pretty much by himself until he got some other people on board with him. And I think after that second time, he just lost all steam and just... It could have just failed, but then some of the stuff that happened after all that made it feel more like a rug, and it just... I'm sad because there was so much potential, and whatever. It's, yeah.
And that's the thing, guys. It's just, I understand why some people might be like, kind of upset with us over it. And it's like, guys, I mean, it's that's why we personally align with the biggest projects in crypto and like the games, because there's so much out there and there's so much risk that like the only thing you can do is stick with what works. You know what I mean? And right now, Illuvium's working, Big Time's doing better, Phantom Galaxies, Far Away, Yuga Labs has some exciting stuff coming this month. I mean, we have to exactly we have to spread out our risk and our exposure. And at the time, Starship seemed like a great play because you had BitBoy Crypto was invested in it, in multiple stations. He had 2 stations, if you guys don't remember. And same thing with Stash. I mean, Stash had a station. A lot of our partners had stations. I mean,
Funky Monkey Frat House had a station.
yeah, it was things that,
Yeah,
yes, the punk,
Animated Punks. Those
it was something that a lot of people we were involved with were also involved with. So to us, it really did seem like a solid thing. You know what I mean? And not everything plays out in crypto. That's just the reality of the situation.
Well, let's talk about our first projects that just haven't. They didn't rug. They just didn't meet success. Animated Punks has not met with success. Funky Monkey Frat House is still up in the air about whether or not anything's going to come out with them, but I'm way down on them. Buzz and Cyber Hornets, I know Buzz is still doing a little bit more Web 2 comic-y type stuff, but Cyber Hornets just kind of he took that over on his own. He wasn't the project lead on that. He wasn't the creator. Yeah, he's still doing stuff, Flops. Animus was part of Cyber Hornets. And
the reality is, unfortunately, a lot of these projects ran out of money, guys. I mean, that is the cold reality of this.
And they were by themselves.
Yeah,
Catalan over at Animated Punks by himself. Buzz by himself.
Exactly. It's like we are lucky enough.
Kando is still busting his butt with Lava Heads, but they took a huge hit, and he and Shelly are pretty much holding that up by themselves.
Exactly, Flops. And there's a huge difference between a quote unquote scammer and somebody who really tried to make a successful project and just
it's a failed project, not a rug. There's a huge difference. Alpha Origins could fail. We could fail 100%. We'll never rug, but we could fail. And that's okay.
Exactly.
But
and that's the thing, guys. Like, we're lucky enough here where we have a solid team, like not even just the leaders, but like the mods that are here all the time. Like, we have our Ashes and our Ices and our Hackets that are helping people with Illuvium and stuff like that, answering questions. Like, there is just, the people in the space are what matters. And like, we have a good group here. So, with all the different things that all the different leaders bring to the table, like, and we haven't minted yet. Like, we've been able to sustain ourselves for the past 2 years without any, any funding from the community. I mean, yeah, we sold some early access passes and stuff like that, but as far as like setting up a lot of the things for the community pool and like some of the other things that we have that we are going to use to do the airdrop donations from, we set that up on our own. And when we have the funding from something like the Mint, we're going to be able to do a lot more. And there are so many, like, yeah, exactly, JC. There are so many, good projects right now that seem to be doing really well. Like, Illuvium is absolutely like killing it right now. Very popular. We're about to do open testnet. Like, it's here. We have Big Time, which is still earning people money every single month. We have Serum City is launching in 2 to 3 weeks. There's going to be an announcement next week on, the future of Serum City. Legends of the Mara. We have a new game called Heavy Metal that Far Away just announced. They announced it a little while ago, but they just released some. It is a AAA game that they're developing. I know Far Away does a lot of mobile titles and stuff, and I showed you guys a little bit of Legends of the Mara a few minutes ago. there is a lot coming, guys. For Faraway, for Yuga Labs, we have Project Dragon coming in July, which is going to be huge. There is just so much to look forward to right now that a couple failed projects here and there, like we don't even have time for it. Like we're not getting into the drama. At first we were like, oh, let's do a little let's make some memes, but we have enough going on right now where we need to be focused. And exactly right, Serena, there's a lot of panic right now in the markets, and we're using that to our advantage, I guess, right now, because I, for one, am happy that the markets are getting hit this hard right now, because as you guys see in the chat, even the Bored Ape Yacht Club is struggling right now. So no, Flops, it's not. If you guys want, I will go ahead and post the little teaser to what they posted. So basically, as you guys know, they created a new game for Faraway took over Legends of the Mara, Dookie Dash Unclogged, and a couple other Yuga projects that they were working on. Heavy Metal was one of those collections. It's HV. Here, I'll spell it so you guys see what I'm talking about. This was a really huge collection, and it's not doing well right now because they Yuga sold the property, and there was a lot of FUD, and then Faraway drops this in the Discord. I don't know if it's actually going to animate the way it is in theirs. No, it's not. I'm gonna have to save it as a GIF. Yeah, there we go.
Did you almost call that a GIF?
A GIF, I did too. So yeah, they're actually introduced. They dropped this. I know, I shouldn't. Well, you know what? It is a GIF because it's a graphic. That's what it stands for.
Graphic, not graphic.
You know what? You're right.
I know.
That's why it is graphic.
It's not a peanut butter.
It's GIF, not GIF. Yes. You know what? You're absolutely right. I just proved my own self wrong. You're absolutely right, JC. I got into an argument about somebody this when they called it a GIF, and now I'm doing the same damn thing. And I'm a charlatan. All right, let's see if I can find it.
You just like to argue.
Dude, you
like
have
Ron.
no idea.
Where are you, Ron? We miss you, man.
So they dropped this. So guys, this is going to be used in Serum City and Legends of the Mara. So Faraway is really tripling down, I should say, on all of the collections that were sold to them by Yuga Labs. Like, they are really, really making things happen. And it's been really exciting to see because we have a lot to talk about with them. I'll drop the link to their collection so you guys can see. Obviously, we're pretty bullish on Faraway in general and the Kodamaras. Yes, I will 100% send out the passes tonight, guys. I am sorry, I've been very busy. And I will definitely do them tonight.
Don't think Reptar is not. He's not ignoring you. Reptar is number one, working Fiat, and then taking care of his son who's home from school for the summer, and spending every spare moment editing our website. And so yeah, it's not. He's not ignoring you. He's not. It's just I don't know if you don't have young kids who are not in school. Summer, they don't do anything, but they're home, and that means you're my kids are home. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to feed them. My kids can feed themselves, and yet I am more rushed and busy, even though I'm not doing anything extra, just because my kids are home.
Exactly. And again, guys, we're trying to get this mint rolled out as soon as humanly possible. We know you guys have been really patient and you're waiting for it. We really do want to get it out as soon as possible. But that requires we gotta do some updates to the white paper and to the website, and it's all coding. And we have two developers right now. Basically, I'm one of them, and then the other one is being paid to do our smart contract. So
yeah, yeah, there is an AO mint.
No, Sportsman, there's not. No more mint. We're not doing the mint anymore. After all this time, we're just like, no, we're not.
Rugged.
but yeah, guys. Realistically, I know the wait sucks, but there is so much going on right now, and
Sure.
I don't mean like
Let's do
with
another
us.
Battle
I
Ice.
mean that you guys have plenty of stuff to keep yourself busy while we get this ready. Because I mean, right now, I mean, Illuvium. I'm telling you guys, Illuvium is the play. If you guys are not playing Illuvium right now, like, what are you even doing?
So this is I downloaded this and had to like actually call in and get my account reinstated because does anybody remember this in the GIF?
MySpace?
No, in the GIF here.
Ooh, is
That
that
that's a cinematic. That's not I mean that's a cinematic ad. By the way, still better than the Acolyte. But that is Star Wars: The
Hackett,
Old Republic.
Hack-
That's right, Hackett.
Hackett is currently playing that right now.
Really? Oh, you're playing that right now? Yeah, I just so I haven't played since like 2017, but I've done all 8 class stories at least once, if not twice.
Click the swords.
Oh, where? Oh, click the swords. Sorry, I didn't click the swords. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what got me. I was like, you know what? I haven't played this in forever. I loved the gameplay, and I'm so pissed off at the Acolyte and how lame it is. So
that was so funny, Hackett. I remember when he posted that. I'm like, how can we rug? We haven't even minted yet. Like, at least wait until after we mint, and then you can say we rugged. Like, come on. Oh, it was just so funny. Like, the post definitely got, and then he came after Cyber Yacht Club and stuff, and that was just like, okay, like, I don't know. Just it was definitely a funny day. Ice, the HTML thingy. So as you guys know, like, we're pretty involved in Yuga Labs. Yeah, and Code is a billionaire too, I guess, which I did not know. I'm really happy that we work with a billionaire because, that's, good for us, right? I mean, anyway, so basically a lot of collections were sold from. So Faraway has always worked directly with Yuga. Just to give you guys a quick little rundown, I'll start the marbles here in a second after the rumble's over. But essentially, what
JC
happened is-
didn't know that too much anime is unhealthy.
Oh my god. What? Yeah. What? Oh, this is okay. Cool. This is the Hokage one or the bleed. So anyway,
Samurai.
oh, that's right. Yeah. That's like the only one I have unlocked. That's the only reason I knew that. But yeah. So anyway, long story short, Yuga Labs owns much more than the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, a lot of people know that. Like, we know the Mutant Apes, we know some of the other stuff, like the other side. But there were like 5 or 6 other collections that were kind of like side projects of Yuga Labs. Kodamara's were one of them. That's my profile picture right here. That we're using to battle the Shattered and get loot from our lands, from our other side lands. But essentially what happened is Faraway was working with Yuga Labs to do Dookie Dash Unclogged, which a lot of you guys know is a pretty popular mobile game that's going to be coming out very, very soon. That's going to kind of get, the idea is mass adoption with these smaller games that Faraway is building, because it's going to give attention to the Hackett. Woo! It's going to give attention
Let's
to these
go.
different projects. So,
I'll send you 10 cartel coins.
Ooh. So yeah, anyway, guys, a lot of these projects were sold from Yuga Labs to Faraway, because Faraway did a really good job making these little mini games, what I call mini games for Yuga Labs. And again, Yuga wants to focus more on their idea of the multi-metaverse, like the other side, which we're going to get a taste of this July. So obviously we have some lands that we've accumulated that we're going to be, participating in the ecosystem. We already kind of are. But long story short, Heavy Metal, Kodamara, the little Mara, and some other collections were sold over to Faraway, so Faraway could begin really developing the intellectual property. So I'm very, very bullish on Faraway. And the reason I say this all the time is because, as a lot of you guys know, Serum City was great. The leaderboard was awesome. The game is fun. It's pretty passive. You could play it on your phone. And the earning is great. A lot of you guys that placed on the leaderboard, you got like 300-400 Matic worth of NFTs. So, that's really good. And the new leaderboard is coming in a couple weeks where there's, I think, $200,000 worth of ApeCoin that is going to be up for grabs. So that's a huge amount of money for the leaderboard. And it's really exciting because, again, a lot of you guys did really well in the last leaderboard and were rewarded as such. So this next season of Serum City is not only going to include, the Kodamaras, which we've mentioned before, but it's also going to include these other collection called Heavy Metal, which Heavy Metal is getting its own AAA game being developed by Faraway. So all of the different Faraway games, and I think there's like 6 out now, are truly interoperable. Like if you have assets in one game, you're going to be able to use them in the other Faraway assets. And a big
PvP in Serum City.
Yes, and PvP is coming for Serum City. You're going to be able to use your Kodamaras, your Heavy Metals, and obviously the Hounds as well. So Faraway is doing something that is really incredible to me, kind of like what I see like Animoca doing, or Open Loot, or some of these other, like even Illuvium. When I see projects developing multiple games that are not only like profitable but interoperable, like that's a huge green flag for me. That's like, and these guys are cooking, guys. In their Discord, every single day they are dropping leaks. They're showing what's going on in the ecosystem. Like Faraway is really impressing me, to be totally honest. And we have a lot to be excited about. Like I said, Serum City starts in about 2 weeks. A lot of us are already playing Illuvium, which is awesome. Illuvium, I have nothing but good things to say about. I know a lot of you guys are playing that too. And then, we have Legends of the Mara that is going on right now. And there's just Big Time had their big update with the matchmaking and all the new maps and the new city that they introduced. I mean, there is a lot to keep us busy. So I know it's been really boring as far as crypto goes, guys, but there is plenty to keep you guys busy while you wait. I promise.
Reptar, how was the matchmaking in Big Time? I didn't get that far yet.
I didn't have a problem with it the first time. I only got to do one dungeon before I had to log out, and then they had to wipe the server again because apparently they made some mistakes and people were bye Teotihuacan.
Oh, that was so close though. He would have gotten a huge head start.
Right, but so they had to wipe again because people were glitching, and yeah. So
I promise you'll have your pass tonight. As soon as we're off here at game night, I will send it out to you so you can get a head start. You can't craft anything. Yeah, you can't craft anything or like NFTs right now because we're in between seasons. But you can still build up your buildings and go through the story mode, which will give you gems. For next.
Click the little robot to get you gems and just learn the game.
So you are gonna get wiped when the new season comes out, but that's okay because the only thing that is saved. Nocturnal. So yeah, all of your gems and stuff will be saved. So it is worth working towards right now, and just getting your gems every week. Congrats, Hackett. And
Nocturnal.
Sorry. I was looking at Hackett's his PFP. I love that so much. I'm totally saving that.
It looks just like you.
It does, like spitting image and everything. Oh my god.
So, Scorchman, to answer your question, I did queue up for one matchmaking, and it put me in a group of 3, and I match made, and then put me in whoever was the group leader. It put me in their space because that's where they were, and then we went and did a dungeon, and that was it. It was it took maybe 3 or 4 minutes
Is there group chat or in-game chat or anything of that sort? Or is it all text?
Voice chat. I don't think there's a voice chat yet. You'd probably have to do it like kind of
So
like we did. Get in our Discord and play together.
yeah,
Uh,
they updated a little bit more of how the chat works though, so it's a little bit nicer to use. There was some major updates, guys. So if you guys feel like, hey, I want to play around, do some big time, and it's been a while, like definitely go check it out. It is very refreshing.
yeah.
It's still a profitable game to play if you guys are holding your time wardens or if you're renting stuff out. I mean, you guys already know this, but it's definitely really profitable. Kieran, I'm double checking the math, but I am very bullish on Illuvium right now, just because Kieran mentioned that you're basically getting $8 an hour to play right now, which is like huge, especially if you live in like one of those countries like where $8 an hour, or even it's one of those states where $8 an hour is like minimum wage for people. I mean, that's a huge, huge deal.
Yeah.
And then you have, these other side games like Faraway and Legends of the Mara. Like, I know we haven't talked too much about Legends of the Mara. I mean, we bring it up, a few times here and there at game night. But I know a lot of you guys aren't really playing right now, and there's a reason for that, is because it is expensive to get into right now because you need an other side land. But starting season 4, all you guys need is a code of Mara. So the Kodamaras are, or you could just get a regular Mara. Those are really cheap. Those are like $80, and it kind of gets you into. And other side lands about 0.2 ETH right now. And it depends on which one you get, because you can get a free Mara from the old other side land, and once you redeem it, it becomes a expanded deed. Again, it's a little complicated, so we haven't talked about it too much, guys. But if you get an other side land that's not expanded, like the OG collection, you can actually hatch an egg on it, and that egg becomes these creatures that we're using in Legends of the Mara. And those creatures are, again, they're going to be used in Serum City, and they're also going to be used in a couple other games by Faraway. So, it's really, really exciting, kind of all the things that are happening right now. It's definitely a lot to keep track of, but that is quite literally why we are here.
Yep.
So.
And I'll be my favorite addition for Big Time is they've added some lore. They've added a storyline to the quests, and it's actually makes it a decent bit of sense. I like the new starting area graphics. I like the graphical update for Epic or Epoch City. It looks great. So yeah, they're moving in the right direction. Prices on the NFTs are pretty cheap right now. I think you can get a common Time Warden for $90.
That's
At
huge.
one time, they were selling for 1,000. So I'm not saying they'll go back there, but you never know.
Yeah, and I mean the rental, alone. I mean, yeah, you're not getting a ton for renting out the big time
I say I can tell
lands.
you
Like,
the uncommon Time Wardens right now. The floor on those was like $33 yesterday for a month-long rental. But
yeah, so I mean,
I did
of course.
snag. I didn't have, and I sold all my stuff at the top. So now that they're dipping, I'm maybe buying back in. I bought a legendary Time Warden because that's the highest level cracked hourglasses you can get right now. And because the price dipped so much, I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna snag one, just in the hopes of number one using it to break down my cracked hourglasses, but also as the game comes back and it gets more popular again, I expect those prices to rise again, and I will sell it when those prices go back up.
Exactly. That's a big, and it's a safe
Who's it
bet.
gonna be? Oh, that was
You.
close.
You.
Bew.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Nice.
Bew.
Grats. Beautiful.
Oh, I see what you did there,
I know. I am a poet.
and didn't even know it.
But yeah, guys, I mean, there is a lot to keep you guys busy. There's a lot to accumulate right now. I mean, it's even hard to kind of prioritize right now because I feel like there's so much going on. I mean, honestly, like I'm going into my big time spaces, I'm getting my cracked hourglasses, doing all that stuff, and then I'm
Serum City
I'm
Land.
Yeah, I'm getting my gems for Serum City. I'm checking my boss battles on Legends of the Mara. And I've been grinding in Illuvium. I mean, a lot of you guys I know have been grinding in Illuvium as well, Scorchman, especially you.
I say Flops has gotten a crap ton of so Flops and
Dude,
Run
Hackett
and
knows what's up, dude. Look at that.
nice. Is that do you have Illuvium Zero up on your tablet?
Yep.
I didn't
He
realize Illuvium Zero
does.
could play on
No,
your
that's
tablet.
a second screen on a laptop. It's right
Oh,
above the
okay,
keyboard.
okay.
Oh, dude, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Nice. I like that.
Gotcha.
No, and it's just, and that's the thing, guys. I mean, like, yeah, the markets are boring right now, but this is when you guys should be accumulating. I mean, like, even if you can't buy anything, that's okay. Like, you have different options that are free to play. Like, perfect example, Hackett Spider Tanks. You guys can play Spider Tanks for free without owning any NFTs by renting other people's. Um, and you don't even have to actually pay to rent them. You just use them, and if you win anything, the renter gets a cut of that. Or you can play Illuvia for free and earn. You can play Phantom Galaxies for free and earn. Like, same thing with Big Time to a certain extent. I mean, Big Time, yes, you can still earn playing for free. Obviously, it's a little easier if you guys buy a Time Warden, but that's only $90. I mean, the opportunity is here, guys. And the only reason I've been able to A, accumulate coins and B, survive all these crazy dips is because I have these games to play and they're slowly bringing in money.
Yep.
And that's a good feeling during a time like this.
That's a little, and we're still so early in this Web3. Guys, give it 5 years when AI and robots take your job. The only way you're going to have to earn money is playing games in Web3.
Could you imagine? Could you actually imagine? Like real Ready Player One stuff, like dystopian society where we're just like, oh, okay.
Yep.
The people that are making stupid money are the people that are competing in games and stuff. But I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, to see kind of what a lot of you guys have. I think it was Pickletown. Shrapnel is also live right now. We didn't even get a chance to touch on that, but
Dude,
there's
I
an
have loved
extraction.
Shrapnel in forever.
Yeah, there's an extraction event right now going on for Shrapnel. It's going on for like 2 more days, I
Now,
think.
is anybody still playing Nexus?
Yeah, I know. Ron still plays it every day.
Now that I've got a controller, I need to try that again because I was ready to throw my crap through the screen.
Yeah, they did away with the ranked thing. You don't have to. You can get bonuses for playing ranked, but you don't have to win in ranked anymore to get your daily tokens. And obviously, a lot of people are taking a break right now, so it's cool. They added a lot more. It looks like the earnings are a little bit better now. So again, guys, like no matter what game you really like to play, I mean, there is something out there for you guys.
There is a way to earn a little bit of money playing video games. And you don't have to start a YouTube channel. You can just play games and earn crypto. It's not a lot yet, but it's getting there.
And you guys don't even really have to buy anything anymore. I mean, there's so many options. Even if you guys wanted to just get into Serum City, like I don't have $350 to buy a Kodamara. Like I get that, especially right now. Like why would you buy an NFT when there's coins to buy? Like totally understand. But if you guys want to dip,
I want to play.
Yeah, if you guys want to dip your toes into the ecosystem, like the best way to start is probably Serum City because it gives you an idea of like where Far Away is going, kind of their vision for the intellectual property of like the Bored Apes and like the Mutant Apes and stuff. And then it's got the interoperability play where if you do want to start playing some other games in their ecosystem, you already own assets because you've earned them in their other games. So, I mean, this is a really huge opportunity right now for a lot of you guys to, get into these games. I mean, things are cheaper than they have ever been.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have sold NFT type assets because they want to put their money in these tokens or they want to go after the latest meme, which is fine. But man, I think we talked about this last week. Arrow at 66. Man, that's so freaking tempting. I think my average cost on Arrow is like 79. But yeah, I think we talked last week that NFTs. I don't think we're going to see this NFT craze like we saw last cycle because people are like, that's cool and all, but what does it do for me? It's got to have a utility. It can't just be, oh, hey, I bought some cool artwork. Not for 10 ETH, you're not. Ice, baby.
Exactly, dude. And that's the thing. The only NFTs I'm holding are the ones that are making me money every month. And that are these
And the
those are
garbage
these
rugs that we have that aren't worth anything.
Ice, congrats, man. DJ, look who graced us with his intellect of the stocks. Are we done? Is crypto over?
Yeah.
Is this it? Are we
Yeah.
going to 54?
Bull run's over. Bull run's over.
I don't know. There's some stuff going on that can make you think either way.
All I know is XRP
talk about
70,000.
some ways. Like last time we talked about, we could pull back to 61, 60, and that's kind of where we're at now. We don't want to fall under 60 because that would be bad.
You're saying you
the
can
next level down is down there.
DJ made it happen.
So-
I just want to point out that last week, DJ said, hey, if this falls, it could fall in the 60, 61 range. Like 7 days ago. You can go back. Well, you can't watch the live stream because we weren't streaming last week because, I don't know, it was being stupid. But DJ called it last Wednesday. I'm just saying. I think DJ is Satoshi.
I'm not out there saying, this is going to happen or not. I'm just saying, like, if this happens in the chart and we fall beneath this and we don't get it to close over this trend line, like, this is where we're looking to go. And that happened and we came down. Now, if it would have came up and above, like we talked about, and closed, above some of those key levels, we could have saw, a little leg up. So,
basically your advice is it could go up, it could go down.
right, exactly. Could go up, could go down. No, but there's some interesting, things out there. Could this have been, the pullback? I've been reading a lot, just not a lot, but a decent amount. Some people think 60, could be the bottom. This is it. It's time for the next leg up. But I think there's obviously, like you said, up or down. There's a bull case, and there's a bear case. So I think the best thing to do, like we talk about, is get into the charts. Check it out, see what it looks like, see what the volume looks like. Who knows? Maybe Trent talks about crypto. Decides to go for a little bit of a blast off, during the debate. So.
I really do. It's interesting, DJ, because I know that we talk a lot about tokens and stuff, and then we talk a lot about games, and it's interesting because the tokens obviously like you said, the charts are so important to follow, and the narrative of everything that's going on, it's really important to pay attention. And then that's kind of why I feel so safe investing in these gaming tokens, because regardless of market conditions, I mean, obviously every token's affected by market conditions. I mean, no matter how good the game, but you do see a lot of stuff holding that has real use case, and so the greater markets are really suffering right now. And I'm pretty sure that's obvious, but there's still a lot of bullish projects out there. It's really kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think there's certain places that you want to be, and certain risk, that you want to take, and like we talk about sometimes, controlling your position size, and if it goes to here, maybe rebuy. If it goes to here, take some profits. But I dropped the chart of the 2 month, in there, and there's a pretty well established trend line there, and we hit it, there at that 60. Right, came back down, came up, hit that 60 again, got rejected, crossed over, and failed. So if you look at that, I would say that 60K is obviously a really significant trend line. And what you want to do as a trader is look at and know how technical to look at the candles, look at the trend lines. And if we're looking at the candles at the high time frames, as opposed to the 2 month, which is a high time frame, not pretty high, but these are horrible wicks that you see here. A lot of indecision right there. A red with a huge,
Yeah.
above and below and a green, and fade out in the long time frame.
Well, and
Um,
this right here only matters if you're looking to time the tops and bottoms. If you're holding for the next 20 years, who cares?
yeah,
Who cares? I died. Oh.
but these candles right here, they let you know they go back and they shift down, from that 2 month to the 1 month, and then we get a little different story. So I took a picture, or so to say a screenshot of the 1 month, right? And if you want to look at the 1 month here, um, it tells a different story, right? So on a
Yep.
different time,
Look
what
at
you
that.
see is kind of actually like a 2 month window, and we're talking about these descending parallel channel now, right? Like a little in there, um, and if you line this bad boy up and look at it, and it's clearly a descending bullish candle. And what's important about these is you have to look and look at the actual
Shoot, if you don't
the
count
top
those,
half of the channel.
if you don't count
So
those
there's like
wicks,
a
you
middle
almost have a
channel,
bull flag.
right? And then the bottom, so you have to behold, you get the two touches on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And then now we're in the top half portion of that descending channel, right? Slightly below 60K, came back in the top half technically on that, and the longer, monthly time frame down from the 2 months. So, that, looks interesting. So that could be, if it comes above this on the monthly and closes above that trend line, you can make your case that, it's going to be, go time here, and we could move up. And then here's another picture. So if you get above there, like in this one, there's a smiley face and a rocket, right? So you're looking for a confirmation. It's not a buy signal, but it could be a spot where you want to take some risk. If it comes back and tests the top of that channel and then moves up from that 60K range, I'd feel good about, putting some capital in there or looking to move into a trade with a tight stop or something like that. And then we're going to get into that 67, 68 area, where there's some heavy resistance, and that would put us, in a third time to get up there. Do we fail? They're going to close above 68 on a monthly candle, and that would be a do or die moment, sort of, because it's coming back to where it was, right? Or does it go down a bit from there? But if you go to a shorter time frame, I took a picture of a 2-day, and this is looking, in here, and then I put, you draw some lines on that sucker, and everyone knows, because we talk about technicals here, that's at what?
Oh, sorry.
No,
That that's an
Don't all
inverse.
answer at once.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen. That's an inverse head and shoulders.
Right, boom. So if it comes down and hits that 60K, where we're at now, could potentially move back up into that 68, range, which we were just talking about. So, and there's a clearly defined, neckline in there, which is the next picture I saved in my phone. I'm going to get it, post it now. So that would give you that explosive move up that potentially, people talk about. There's the 100K Bitcoin, right? Does it come back up above that neckline and blast off? So there's a bunch of stuff to think about. If we fall back down, you don't want to see a bearish middle time frame. So you got to look at other stuff. It's not just like looking at the monthly, looking at the yearly.
What do you think?
What do the candles look like? Where's it going? What's happening in the market? Like Rockstar said,
What do you think?
Trump maybe talks about Bitcoin. Like ICE was like, moon.
Yeah. What makes Bitcoin move? Do you think? What makes the big? What triggers the banana zone, as Raoul Paul calls it? Like, is it an SEC thing? Is it a legislation thing? Is it Elon Musk or Donald Trump mentioning, a crypto, or what's going to send us into the extreme greed, euphoria stage?
Yeah, kind of all that. I don't think it'll just be, one thing. I think it'll be a lot of things, that come together, converge, and, ultimately, make a good scenario for people to want to, jump in and buy Bitcoin. And then obviously, the institutions, some big money's got to come in there, be it buyers or sellers, and see what's happening here. Because I think some of these, outflows have been, look at outflows lately, like they've been bigger, for people that had bought earlier, like institutional. So, like heavy outflows lately. So you'd like to see some of that come back in if it, comes back, or if someone talks about it, or, Elon says he wants to incorporate crypto tipping on X, or, any of that kind of stuff. You could see a nice run up there, and then, like you said, a couple different factors there all kind of hit at once, and, puts you up into the moon, a little bit. So it takes a lot of stuff to go right, but in general, like I said, it takes some heavier, bigger money to push that thing. Maybe micro strategies. I was looking at their chart. Could be a buy too if Bitcoin pulls back here. For a potential swing trade. And that could be, you need some bigger fish to buy some at this point. Retail will need a lot of euphoria and frenzy to push it up on their own.
Yeah, with all the reserves leaving out of the centralized exchanges, I mean, every month over month, they keeps getting less and less for what they have in their reserves. So as soon as those drain out, they're going to have to start buying from other places, and that's going to start cranking the price up. Because if
Yeah.
you have reserves, exchanges buying from other exchanges just to fill their supplies, price will go up.
Price
Yeah, that would definitely be a bullish scenario, right?
Well, let's think about how long these big boys, including the massive banks, the world, like the IMF is talking about, using ledger technology, but how long do these guys take to do freaking anything? Years. It takes them years because they have 800 board members and 6,000 shareholders, and everybody's got to have their little input on this decision making, and they can't get crap done because they got to run it through 6,000 people. But it's like, don't get shaken out. Take your profits. If you have to sell at a loss because you know what, you just got in a little deep and you need some liquidity because you got bills to pay. I totally get it. But if you can let it ride, just freaking let it ride. By the way, does anyone know what HODL means? Seriously, like I did not. It's not just.
It means
It's
hold
not
or die, loser.
negative. Oh, does it?
No, it doesn't.
HODL.
Hold or die, loser.
Hold or die, loser. I like that better. But hold on for dear life. I had no idea. I was like, hold on for dear life.
In all
It was
seriousness.
the same guy that had the tattoo says no regrets.
No regrets. Yeah.
No regrets.
Yeah, he
I
just
thought it
spelled
was just
hold.
like,
He just
I
spelled
heard
hold.
that acronym, but I just thought it was like, I'm gonna just.
Yeah, I thought it was like
hold on.
Web3 for instead of hold, you say hodl. Hold on for dear life, hodl. Yeah. By the way,
And that's the thing.
Hackett's gonna send me some money back. I accidentally sent him way too much money for his prize last week.
I heard about this.
Why don't you missend me a bunch of?
Can we just talk about this real quick?
Is that why I haven't gotten my Illuvium yet there, JC?
No. Jeez.
Okay, hold on. I need to give a huge shout out to a man of incredible integrity.
Right.
And
yes. Raise a glass to Hackett.
Literally, like, we send a lot of prizes here at Alpha Origins. We've given away quite a bit of money, and sometimes we're tired at the end of a day, and we're sending some prizes out, and unfortunately somebody gets sent way too much alluvium for a prize last night, a very substantial amount that I'm sure would terrify any of you to lose. And Hackett has so much integrity and just such a good dude that he is going to be sending it back to us because we made a mistake and sent him way too much crypto. And I can guarantee you that there are very, very few people in this world who would actually do that. So
and all of them are in this Discord.
Right.
Yeah. And just huge respect to Hackett, and we love you, man.
Appreciate you, Hackett. There's not like I'm sure there's a few people, if we sent, they're not in the community, they just pop in because they won poker or whatever, and if we sent them what I sent Hackett, they'd be like, thanks, I'm never coming back. Woo.
And I wouldn't blame him, No, Hackett.
No, bro. I that was all to say. We appreciate you and thank you. And it was just a stupid, funny thing from last week. I'm not worried about it at all. I know just whenever, man. It's not just yeah. It's funny because I accidentally I missed Hackett's prize by 2 decimal places. So-
Not even one. It wasn't even a fat finger. It was a fat hand. He fat handed it.
Ooh. By the way, Teotwaki, I don't even know who that is. Oh, Cryptwaki, there we go. I didn't realize that was the 2 different names got me there. Congratulations, Cryptwaki. I love that freaking name. Cryptwaki. By the way, Teotwaki is the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know. Okay, anyway. So
Oh wow, I had no idea.
tagging
That
that into,
REM.
I don't know. That's an old song.
Oh
a
my
great song.
god,
Hawk,
that's so funny.
Hawk Tui.
Jesus.
Tui, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That Hawk Tui thing is so funny. It's everywhere in my timeline.
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it, dude. It's just like it really is just absolutely blown up, and
Do
it's
you
just
know-
hilarious.
I heard that she's like a school teacher and got fired.
No way.
I have
She
to. I
was.
have
Preschool teacher.
no
Like-
way.
Who cares? Like those people are
And
losers.
she got fired?
Well, yeah. Now she's
Sit
more
on that
famous.
thing, you get
She's
me?
more famous than the
I
president
would say
now.
all she needs to do is start an OnlyFans and she'll be fine. But
Oh my god, I know, right? It'd be over. She'd be a millionaire tomorrow.
I mean, if people are
crazy?
buying jarred farts and toe pics,
She
she'll
just
be
has to
fine.
spit on the thing.
She could
Yeah.
That's so funny.
dude, she could
Dude,
like
it could
spit
be
on
hot-
all
it
kinds of things. Like Hawk Tua spit on it, and it's like a table or like a cup or.
Put it in a jar. She could just sell the jars for like
I saw
$40.
so many memes that were just so
Yes,
funny. I
so-
didn't save any of them. Know how to
I
share
actually
them,
had
but
to
they're
Google
so
it. I had
perfect.
no freaking clue.
Oh my god. I left town for a few days and I was kind of not, I was like on a social media break a little bit and I only tuned in like a little bit here and there and it was everywhere every time I turned on my phone minimally.
Dude, and I know how the algorithm works. Like I try not
Yes,
to like
spit on that
say
thing.
it or whatever, and or, like even look at it too long when I do see it, because then it just keeps filling up
Yeah,
your feed.
you're like, okay, I
All I
got it. I
served
got
up
it.
was talk to a girl in Florida real estate. I'm like, oh man, this stupid friggin' algorithm.
Yeah, she's already selling merch. Like she's literally already selling merch, and it's
I
just
won't talk to her.
Oh, you gotta milk it though. I mean, if she got fired from her job, you
Right.
gotta milk this. for
You might
everything
as
it's worth.
well. People will buy stupid crap like Pepe coin.
I saw like Hawk Tua 2024 or something, like Hawk and Tua, like a
like
election head or
a
something.
campaign shirt.
Yeah,
Oh, JP,
24. I'm like, oh
JC,
my god.
on the whole Pepe thing, I found out that one of the original creators of Pepe lives apparently like 15 miles away from me.
No way.
Really?
Be like,
Yeah,
bruh.
A buddy that's on the fire department with me, he's good friends with him, and apparently he gave him like 20K or like 10K worth of Pepe. He's like, yeah, I've had it forever.
Wow.
Damn.
Cool.
I'm like, lucky to be you, guy.
Right? That's sweet.
We should.
I want to
make-
know the Pepe guy.
They made a Hawk to a coin, didn't they?
Yes, on Soul.
Did it go bananas?
Yeah, it went on. Like I'm sure it went stupid for a minute, and then
And
it's
then
worthless
fucking
again.
crashed.
but-
Oh my god, that's so funny. A Hawk Tua coin.
That's
Oh my
just-
god.
dude. I mean, hey, you know what? Make your money, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, yeah, if that's what
Make
you
your
want to
money
do,
and
then you just
spit
gotta
on
do it.
that thing.
And
And
spit on
spit on
that.
that thing.
So,
Oh
so
God.
funny. Oh my god.
Hey, maybe we'll be trending now after this because just bringing that up in the meme, it's gone ridiculous at this
Yeah, I need to change the restream title and put a hashtag Hawk Tua.
Yeah,
Hashtag
spit
spit
on
on that
that
thing. Hack
We'll
it.
get the views,
Oh
right?
man, no.
It's just a spider web. It's okay.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, guys, we really appreciate all you guys, all you regulars that come hang out with us
Let's-
every week.
Ice, let's do one more classic rumble and then we'll call it a night.
Yeah. But guys, just because things are getting a little boring in crypto doesn't mean that you guys don't have stuff to do. Like again, if you guys haven't been, definitely check out Illuvium, check out the updates in Big Time. Maybe start never any financial advice here, but maybe start looking at Codemaras, maybe start looking at some other things that are going to be incorporated into Serum City, and just kind of what's going on with all the ecosystems, because there is a ton. There is a ton.
Yeah, we've got. Yes, the mint is still TBD. We're polishing the website. We've got to integrate the website with the mint page. We have to make sure they have ironed out because slowest rug ever. Can the rug
I
do
think
something?
that is so funny.
But we've got.
I just thought it was hilarious that he's like, "Oh, did they rubbed you guys already?" And I'm like, "But
We
didn't.
don't have a project yet.
We didn't. We're definitely in the red. We're definitely in the red if we rugged. At that point, we'd rugged ourselves, because I mean the amount of prizes that we've given
Congratulations,
away
you rugged
last
yourself.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
literally.
because you
Oh
think
my
about it,
God.
we technically have to figure out how to make sure we get 3 mints correct, because we have the Platinum Pass holders have already paid for their NFTs, so we've got to mint those NFTs and get them distributed. We've got the whitelist mint, which is a lower price than the public mint, but we don't want the people who have the Platinum Passes to have to deal with the whitelist, because they've already paid for theirs. And then we've got the public mint if we make it out of whitelist, unless everything gets bought up by the whitelisters. So we gotta that's basically 3 things that we have to make sure are flawless. Otherwise, I mean, can you imagine if let's say we got our platinum passes sent out like we need to, and then we open the whitelist, but it's not exclusive, and then anybody who's not on the whitelist can come in and mint. That's not a big deal for us, because we still sell our NFTs, but that's kind of screwing the people that are on the whitelist. And it's like we're trying to make sure we don't do that.
Yeah, guys, and to be honest, like we've said this a million times, but we only get one shot at this. Like, if there's an exploit in our smart contract, like I literally won't be able to sleep at night. Like, you
We
guys
will
have
not
no
be
idea.
doing a Pluto Alliance V2 2 months after the V1 mint. Sorry,
Yeah,
not happening.
and exactly. And to be honest, guys, like
Not doing that? Is that a
I'm
change
a
in our
game-
plans? I thought we were doing that.
When Jenny?
Flops killed me, but not with a cucumber. Sorry,
When
Flops.
Jenny?
When Jenny.
When Jenny.
I will say we are going to be starting to kind of build out in some stuff. We are waiting for like some developer kits and stuff like that.
Oh
I
yeah.
do got a couple little mini games that we're gonna, like, we said we're not gonna build a game, and we're still not, but we might
Yeah,
be
straight
doing
to
some
V3.
fun things in other people's games. Building some experiences in like other projects that we've been working with and stuff. Like Yuga and Unreal Kingdom and some other things that we're working on. Figuring out just like a kind of like a mini game that we can like host an event like this, where we can all go in at once and we'll do a game night, so to speak, but it'll be in that platform.
Maybe we
No.
can build maybe we can build something. Ice winner number 2. Nice, congratulations.
But not just to run around and do nothing, but because a
yeah.
lot of these projects, there's going to be incentives and different things to earn by participating. So we're going to try to monetize that in some way where we can make some of these events a little bit more exciting and build. To be honest, guys, we're just waiting for a lot of these projects to fully launch. I mean, Alluvium is one we've been waiting for a long time. That is finally coming out very soon. ETH Towers, JC's got a couple of those, and he's been in there with the Oculus. I'm gonna start building our space inside of like Other Side and some other projects. So like we have a ton on the horizon to be excited about. It's just like everything in crypto, it's a slow grind, guys. It's a slow burn.
Well, guys, that let me stop the stream here, and we'll have a few closing words for the people in the Discord. Thanks, guys, if you're watching the stream either live or on replay. If you're watching this and you're not in our Discord, well, you can't win prizes watching on YouTube or Twitter. So get in our Discord.